Welcome to our step-by-step video for filling out your Queen's University Residences application. This video will guide you through each step in the application process and provide details about special sections such as roommate selection. Our application has 5 steps. It's important to remember that the final step requires you to send in your application and your residence deposit before the deadline. If you do not send in your application and your deposit before the deadline, you won't be guaranteed a space in residence. Step 1. Make sure you know the facts about applying to residence before you begin your application. You can watch our video, read our FAQs, and learn more about residences on our website. It's also important to know that you cannot save your application, so make sure you have about 30 minutes available to complete it. Once you've sent it in, you can edit it right up until the deadline. You'll also need your student ID number, and if you are requesting a specific roommate, you'll need their full name as it appears in SOLAS and a student ID number. Click Apply Now. Step 2 is about your profile information. Please review it to make sure we have the correct contact for you. Once you receive your Queen's email address, we'll be using it to communicate with you. Please provide an emergency contact and their contact details, such as a parent or guardian. You'll also be asked whether you give permission for residence admission staff to talk to your parent or guardian about your application. Then click on the Next Step button. Step 3 is about roommate requests. If you want to request a specific roommate or more than one specific roommate, you'll need to enter their name as it appears in SOLAS and student ID. Remember that the match is not guaranteed and that you and your requested roommates must select each other as your first choice, otherwise the match cannot be made. If you are not requesting a roommate, you can click on the Next Step button. Step 4 is about room preferences. We use a random computer lottery to assign you a number, so getting one of your preferences depends on your number and the availability of that type of room. You can learn more about the lottery on our website. You may want to live in one of our living learning communities. Just click on the icons to learn more about them. You can select up to 5 different room types. Just click on the room type and rank it. If you click on the icons, you can see full descriptions of the room types. If you require specific accommodations in residence, you'll need to download the Special Considerations form. You can access it by clicking here. You may need to include documentation from a treating practitioner as well. The form will provide you with all the details that you need to complete it, but if you have questions, you can contact our Residence Admissions Office. Click Next Step to keep going. Step 5 provides you with a link to our Residence Rules and Regulations Handbook. It's important to know that in order to complete your application, you must state that you have read and agreed to both the Residence Terms of Agreement and our Rules and Regulations. You will be asked to re-enter your student ID and check that you agree. Then click on Next Step. You're almost done. Your application is now saved. However, you must still send in your deposit by the deadline to be guaranteed a space in residence. It can take up to 5 business days to receive your deposit, so make sure you do it early. Once we've received your application and deposit, we'll send you a confirmation email to let you know that everything has been submitted. Click the Finish button and you're done. Remember, if you have any questions about applying, contact our Residence Admissions Office at reshouse@queensview.ca or call them at 613-533-2550. We look forward to welcoming you home.